Hello everybody, Joe Cliche here, and welcome to another episode of Then What's Disney Movie Reviews. Again, let's skip the prologue and get right on with the review. Released to television on March 28th, 1999, the movie is... Balloon Farm. The film opens in the town of Waterston, which is facing a severe drought. At the Johnsons' house, Willow, played by Mara Wilson, who previously played Matilda in the 1996 film adaptation of Roald Dahl's book of the same name, goes off to find her friends Charles and Marcy. While her parents, Jake and Casey, played by Frederick Lane and Laurie Metcalf respectively, are wondering if it will rain soon. In a cafe, the sheriff, played by Neil McDonough, sees a truck heading for the water reserve and follows it. He pulls Harvey H. Potter, played by the late Rip Torn, over and tells him that he shouldn't be driving in that area without a license in an unregistered vehicle. Willow and her friends are watching this, and Willow goes over to get a closer look. Harvey then asks the sheriff if he likes pecan pie.
I make the best pecan pie that ever warmed your gizzard. I picked the pecans myself.
Sometimes it takes only one.
That's right. But I still gotta make that pie. I can't give up. No, I gotta have patience. I gotta cook that pecan just right. And if I do, that pecan's got so much flavor, it just spreads, and pretty soon you got yourself a whole pecan pie. Oh, I can taste it.
Harvey makes the sheriff a pecan pie with only a single pecan, and the sheriff lets him go. Harvey then arrives at an old house, and Willow and her friends watch him. A man named Weasel Mayfield, played by the late Roberts Blossom, then shows up, tells Harvey to leave, and Willow's friends dare her to throw a water balloon at Harvey.
Another thing. Hey, you kids! I see you wasting water again. I'll be calling the cops. And you, I don't know what you're doing here, but it better not involve water. Got my bad eye on you, Potter.
Willow then goes home, where she tells her mom about Harvey making a pecan pie with just a single pecan. Her dad gets off the phone with Weasel and tells Willow that she shouldn't be doing what she did.
I'm sorry, Daddy, but he's being a jerk to the new farmer.
That doesn't excuse what you did. Now listen, you know our situation. So next time, put something besides water in those balloons. And if you're gonna throw them at Weasel Mayfield, make sure you hit them, okay?
Meanwhile, Harvey buys a hoe at Earl's store and tells him that he's going to plow his field with it. Earl, played by Richard Rehol, then enters the cafe and tells everybody about it.
That sure ain't a sane man talking.
Well, maybe he's got some new way of irrigating without water. Irrigating without water? That'd be what? Irrigation?
Those lights, please. All right. Now, Crystal, I thought you was on a diet.
I am.
All right. Last pot of coffee. Who wants a cup?
Yes,
Oh,
me.
Have one, Maggie.
Since there isn't a whole lot of water left in town, the mayor, played by Guy Boyd, says that they can't be using it on whatsoever. But some of the citizens use it for making iced tea, washing their cars, and bathing. Meanwhile, Harvey begins plowing his field, and Willow and her friends watch him.
Father, you're digging for water, you might as well go right on through the channel.
I'm not digging. I'm plowing.
For the whole? The whole field? You ain't been there but a day. You already started to get me right bothered. I got a good notion to put up a fence, keep you off my back.
A fence? Right.
Get it.
That night at the Johnsons' house, Jake wonders how they'll pay their bills and mortgage.
Can we get it extended?
Again? You know what I could do? I could talk to the bank and see if they could work out some kind of deal.
Deal? You're not talking about selling, are you? We've been through droughts before.
Casey, if we get foreclosed on, we have nothing. If I can get them to buy the land, even for half of what it's worth, we can start over again
Well,
somewhere.
what kind of an example are we going to set if we just throw in the towel like that? We've got to stick together. We have to get everybody's spirits up.
That's great, but I'm trying to be realistic here.
This farm has been in my family for 99 years, 8 months, and 12
I
days, and
know.
I'm not going to give it up.
Okay.
So,
So,
we...
work it out.
All right.
This can wait.
Right.
This cannot. Maybe 10% to them.
The next day, Willow and her friends return to Harvey's house, and he's putting up a fence.
What in the corn niblets you thinking you're doing?
It's a fence.
I know it's a fence. Why are you putting it up?
Because you asked me to.
He says I told him.
Looks like he's gonna grow something. How you plow the field so fast?
I said I wanted a fence. Look over there. Is there a fence around there? No. You know why? Because I like my views. I'm entitled to my view of your field.
Absolutely right. No fence, because I'm entitled to a view of your field.
Hey now, why do you want a view of my field? That's all I need is some nosy farmers staring at my field all day. You start hammering that fence in right now, or I'm gonna get stinged. And you don't want to see Weasel Mayfield get stinged.
Harvey then goes to Earl's store again, where he buys some corn seeds, and then returns to his house, where Willow and her friends try to watch him.
Hey, where's she going?
Willow then climbs onto a shed and sees that Harvey's done already. The next day in the cafe, the townspeople are wondering what Harvey's doing. He then enters the cafe and asks Maggie, played by Lee Carlington, for a cup of coffee to go.
Oh. We don't have no, to-go cups. But, well, if you promise to bring it back, I'll give it to you in a regular cup.
I promise.
All right, then.
The townspeople ask Harvey what he's doing, to which he says farming. However, they do tell him about the drought, and he says that he won't be using any water.
Okay. 1 coffee to go. Oops.
How much do I owe you?
This is on the house. Welcome to Waterston.
Thank you very much.
Well, you're so welcome.
Maggie.
Harvey,
Later, Willow and her friends return to Harvey's house to see what he's doing. However, they get scared by Weasel and Willow ends up on the other side of the fence. Weasel then comes to the gate and tells Harvey to get her.
Oh, she's already skedaddled. She just ran right through here and hopped right over the other side of my fence. She's long gone by now. But you're welcome. You can come in here and keep me company. Want to do that?
Not in this lifetime, Potter. Willow Johnson, where are you?
Willow then looks up and sees balloons growing in Harvey's garden.
Oh, wow.
She then walks over to Harvey, helps him replant one of the balloons, and asks him how he grew them.
Sometimes you just have to use what you have.
So you didn't water them, but you used regular corn seeds?
Everything starts as a seed. That tree. Grass, flowers, cows. Me, you. We all start out as a seed.
Huh. Hadn't thought of myself as a seed before. Unless you count the time when I was 6 and I got stuck up to my neck in mud down by the reservoir. I sure felt like a seed then.
I bet you've grown since then.
You know, I have.
Then as Willow leaves, she asks Harvey what he's going to do with the balloons and shows her a sign that says balloon sale tomorrow. Willow returns to town where she tells everybody about the balloons that Harvey grew. So later, the whole town goes to Harvey's house and sees the balloons.
See, I told you they were balloons, Daddy.
Yeah, you told me all right.
Okay.
Come on, Mama, you can touch
Hi,
it.
Sue. Well, this is better than the annual pumpkin throw.
Yeah, I'd about say it is.
He could have spent all night tying these balloons to the stalks. I mean, balloons don't grow.
Maybe. These aren't balloons at all. Maybe they're pods. And this here, this is their larva stage. Orangery sun, my favorite color.
So everybody decides to buy some balloons, which Harvey charges them $10 for each one.
$10 for a balloon?
Dad, can I have this balloon?
Oh, I don't know, sweetheart. That's a pretty pricey balloon.
But Dad, it's a balloon that grew on a stalk.
Even if it does grow on a stalk.
I'll take one. I know that money is tight and we're all not doing so good right now, but take a look around. We are standing next to a field of balloons. Balloons that grew out of this dry as death soil. Maybe I'm crazy, but this field is by far the most amazing thing that I have ever seen before in my life. I don't know why it's here or how it's here, but it's here. And for $10 and the chance that some of this magic or whatever it is might rub off on some of us, I think it's a pretty good deal.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you.
Weasel then shows up and sees everybody buying balloons.
People! What are you doing? You got a drought here, remember? You can't go throwing your money away. We're farmers. We grow corn and vegetables, not balloons. Give me that balloon. Could be a poisonous plant. Fine. You want to go broke? Go ahead. It's wrong, Potter. Dead bug wrong.
You darn tootin' it's wrong. You owe me $10, Mr. Mayfield.
Sue me, Potter.
The mayor then gives an announcement.
I just got a phone call from a firm up in Buxton. And, well, they're going to send a man down here tomorrow to speak with us regarding the drought. So why don't we all meet tomorrow at the church at noon? Okay?
Later that night, Willow's balloon flies over to her.
Hey, what's going on? What are you doing here? Did you just fly over here? You did, didn't you? Must be cold in that corner. Hey, you can stay here if you like. You can understand me? We can't tell nobody about this. No way. We gotta keep it our secret. Come on.
The next day, Weasel calls the FBI and tells them about Harvey growing balloons in his garden.
Goodbye, Mr. Mayfield.
Later at church, the visitor from Buxton, Mr. Kindly, arrives and tells everybody that he would like to buy the land.
I can offer you all very competitive prices, close to your original purchase value. But I do need your decisions this week. I'm leaving my business card here so that anyone interested can contact me immediately. Thank you.
Afterwards, everybody's starting to worry about this, but then Casey reminds them about the balloons that Harvey grew, and it could be a sign that things will get better.
Most of us have lived here our entire lives. Don't you think that we owe it to ourselves and to our families to at least see this thing through and find out what it all means?
I don't know, maybe it is a sign that things are gonna get better.
Yeah. If those balloons ain't a sign, well then, I ain't a Libra.
Meanwhile, Harvey buys more corn seeds and Willow goes with him to his farm. He tells her that she should be going home.
But I thought you wanted me to help.
Well, you already did.
I just don't see why you won't let me watch you plant them seeds.
I'll see you tomorrow. It isn't always what you see, it's what you believe.
At home during dinner, Jake says he's had it with Harvey and his stupid balloons, which makes Willow upset and she runs outside. He then apologizes to her about calling her balloon stupid, and Willow tells him a secret about her balloon.
What is it?
Well, my orange balloon.
Mm-hmm.
It's alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it can fly around by itself and it sleeps in my bed. It even understands me when I talk to it. You do believe me, don't you?
Sure, I believe it.
In their room, Jake tells Casey about this, and he thinks he should talk to Harvey. The next day, Casey goes over to Harvey's house, and she begins telling him that Willow said her balloon's alive, and Harvey invites her to have some lemonade.
It's the sweetest, most tangy lemonade you'll ever taste. The secret's in the lemon. I pick it myself. You gotta make it pure. If you're patient, if you use it right, you got yourself a whole pitcher. You want to have a little taste?
That is some good lemonade.
Thank you.
Well, I wanted to thank you for all that you've done to lift our spirits around here. We're all not doing so good right now, but you and your balloons being here have really picked us up, given us hope.
Hope's good.
Harvey then suggests that Casey should have Jake come over for some lemonade. However, he's more of a coffee guy, so later Jake arrives and has some coffee.
That has got to be the best cup of coffee I ever did have.
Casey said my Jake's a coffee man.
In town, the balloon stops people from using the water, and Weasel calls the FBI again.
You know what, Mr. Mayfield? The FBI is no longer handling balloon farm cases. I suggest you take this up with the CIA.
I call the CIA, the PTA, the NBA, and the YMCA.
Goodbye, Mr. Mayfield.
All right. I'll handle it myself.
So that night, Weasel sneaks into Harvey's yard and takes a seed out of Harvey's pocket, but then the balloons attack him.
What's going on here? Get away from me!
What the?
The next morning at the cafe, everybody talks about how the balloons are starting to make their lives better. Weasel then comes in and tells everybody that he was attacked.
By what?
The balloons!
Wait a second, Weasel. You saying he grew more?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Those people are dumber than a bucket of mud.
So everybody goes back to Harvey's house and buys more balloons, while Weasel takes some pictures. Later, the mayor awards Harvey with the key to the town.
Well, really, it's not a key. It's a corn cob.
You're a corn.
Thank you very much.
Pretty soon we'll be celebrating for you, Casey. Your farm centennial's coming right up.
Yep. Yeah, it sure is.
Later, Willow goes over to Harvey's house again and hears him talking to the Buxton Bank on the phone about foreclosure. Later in the cafe, Weasel planted the seed he stole from Harvey and nothing grew.
Just what is it that you're trying to say, Mr. Mayfield?
That putter's a fake.
Oh, don't go spreading your nasty rumors in here, Weasel Mayfield.
Take a look at what's happening, people. We're down in our luck. We got a drought here choking us to foreclosure, and Mr. Balloon Farmer dang well knows it. But we think of it as a sign. Things are going to change.
No, we touched them. We felt them. We've seen them. It's not just some trick.
And Dorothy saw the wizard with her own eyes. But was he real?
Has anything changed, really? Are we any better off? No. We've been conned, people. Conned.
Willow and her friends then come in, and Willow whispers to her friends about what she heard Harvey say on the phone. Weasel hears her and tells everybody.
Well, was that true? Did you really hear him say that?
Well, yeah, but it's not his. I don't know.
This is terrible, people. Just terrible.
I don't believe this.
Well, I do. He's right. We've been had.
So everybody gets rid of their balloons. They then go over to Harvey's place and demand refunds.
You want your money back?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you robbed us blind. We know all about your plan.
You don't want any trouble, Mr. Potter.
And you can forget about your coffees to go.
Yeah, so just give us back our money and we'll be on our way.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Crystal. You'll all get a full refund.
Well, that's better.
Just bring my balloons back.
We ain't exactly got the balloons.
No balloons, no refund. Sorry, folks.
No.
Oh, no.
I'll take care of this.
Ouch. That night, Jake tells Casey that they have to sell since it's the only way to pay the bills and mortgage.
Well, I think that you're forgetting that it's my name on the deed, Jake.
Oh, don't do this, kid.
And so I guess
don't
that
do
means
this.
that you don't really have much of a
I'm
decision
not thinking
to
about
make
myself.
anyway.
I'm thinking about how to feed my wife and my kid. You're gonna bust up this family. I don't think that's what you want, but that is what you're doing.
The next day, as Harvey drives back to his house, the sheriff closes the road and tells him that nobody wants him around.
I'd throw you in jail if I could for what you done to us, but I can't because you ain't done nothing illegal. Now, I suggest you go home, you pack up, and you leave. Or things could get sticky around here. Sticky. Like those pecans in them little sticky little pecan pies of yours.
Thank you.
You have a nice day now.
In the cafe, the townspeople are talking about each other using water, which leads them into the fight. They leave, which Willow and her friends see, so they gather some other kids, paint insulting words on Harvey's fence, and throw tomatoes at him.
Here, Willow, throw it.
Yeah, throw it, Willow.
What are you doing, Willow? Throw it.
No, you're wrong. Harvey's balloons are real.
You're on his side. Well, fine.
While out driving, Casey stops at the Williams house, which has been sold because of them not having enough money to pay the bills. Casey comes across Harvey and tells him that he robbed them.
You really believe that?
You got what you came for. And now we have nothing.
No. You just don't realize what you got.
Later, Willow's parents agree that they have to sell their house. One night, Willow's balloon returns, and Willow tells it about the problems they're having.
What would Harvey do? Harvey would make something like lemonade or a pie. Or he'd grow something. That's it!
So they sneak into Earl's store, take a bag of corn seeds, bring it to Harvey's house, but all the seeds spilled out on the way over. However, there's still one seed in the bag. Willow places the sprinkler system into the garden and then waters it.
Right! Yes, it's working, it's working! Yes! This better work. I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, the sheriff arrives at Earl's store and sees corn seeds all over the floor. The next day, after the sprinklers have been running all night, the town's now completely out of water. At the Johnsons' house, Willow's parents are not happy with her for what she did. Mr. Kindly then arrives and has Willow's parents sign the papers, but she takes them and runs off with them.
Willow! Sorry about this. You just stay put. We'll straighten it out. Willow Johnson? Whoa, she's off to Potter's.
As Willow starts running out of breath, her balloon lifts her off the ground and puts her in Harvey's garden with a new batch of balloons.
It worked! It really worked! Harvey, they grew! Harvey, these aren't regular balloons.
Yeah, they sure aren't.
Suddenly, the townspeople enter and are furious at Harvey. However, Willow explains that she drained the reservoir.
Why'd you do that? So you leave him out of this. These balloons that you're so upset about, they're what we've been waiting for. They're our sign.
The FBI then arrives and tapes off the balloons. Willow then runs through the garden, causing the balloons to fly off into the sky. An agent walks over to Willow and demands her to give him her balloon, so she does, and... Mr. Kindly then orders for Willow's parents to give him the contract, which Casey's signed. However, there's just a big smudge.
I can't see any name on this contract. What about you, Jake?
Nothing. Well, I'm sorry.
Sorry, nothing. You can't just back out now. None of you can. I've got 20 different waste companies breathing down my neck.
Waste companies? Sounds like he was gonna use our farms for dump sites.
And this waste wouldn't have to be toxic now, would it?
Of course not.
Garbage man.
Well, I guess you wouldn't mind if, my boys here took a look at the paperwork in them companies.
Paperwork?
I think you should come with us.
You're going bye with the FBI?
Take them away, man.
Later, as Harvey starts to leave, he gives Casey the paper to the Williams house, which he bought back with the balloon money.
He was calling the bank. Why didn't you just tell us?
Because sometimes it's not what you see, it's what you believe.
Make sure you catch them before they leave in the morning.
Okay.
Bye, Harvey.
Bye now.
Bye, Harvey. Bye, Harvey.
Bye, Harvey.
Bye-bye.
I'll miss you.
And you, Harvey.
Bye, Harvey.
The next day, Casey gives the Williams the paper to their house back.
Harvey brought us this ring.
Welcome back. How about this?
Doesn't look like it's gonna let up anytime soon, does it?
No, sure don't.
Later, the whole town celebrates the 100th anniversary of Johnson's farm. The film ends with Willow asking her friends, Charles and Marcy, played by Adam Wiley and Rudy Lipscomb, respectively, if they'd like some lemonade.
Sure, but it's gonna take more than one lemon to make lemonade.
Not the way I make it.
Duh.
Come on.
Hey guys, she's got a new trick.
Yeah, come on, let's see what she's doing.
And that was Balloon Farm. What are my thoughts on it? I loved it. In the end, I give this film a perfect rating of 5 gold stars. Well, that's it for Balloon Farm. Be sure to join next week when I'll be reviewing Haley Mills' second to last Disney film of the 1960s. And if you enjoyed this video, then please tell your friends about me, leave some questions in the comments below, subscribe, and hit that like button.
Ha ha ha.